What's up, guys? I am back to get a little personal with you guys. I wanted to answer the question that is on everyone's lips. It's all over the comment section of my solo videos. And that question is, where is Corey? And for all of you guys who do not know, Corey is my husband. We have been together for 10 years and married for 9 years. And it has been very rough. Relationships are work, and marriage is even more work. So it definitely has not been an easy 9 to 10 years. Us just pressing forward and trying to make it. And then even considering the fact of the age that we married, we met when we were 23 and married a year later when we were 24 years old. And I believe at that time we still had a lot of growing up to do. And granted, we're legally adults at the age of 18 and then legally able to drink at the age of 21. But I think people sometimes don't consider the fact that you're still learning yourself, you're still trying to figure out your place in the world, even if you're mature, because Corey and I both were mature young people, but I really feel like you don't become who you really are and know for sure who you really are until you hit that 30-year-old mark in your life. And as I stated, marriage for us has been rough, as it is for most people, because marriage is trial and error, and it's always areas to work on and to progress and to make better. And for Corey and I, it has been difficult because we have a problem with possessing and owning the 3 C's, which are imperative to have a successful and working marriage. And the 3 C's are communication, compromise, and consistency. So I already shared with you guys how long we've been together and just that it's been really difficult. And a lot of times people say that opposites attract, and Corey and I are opposites publicly, but we're the same privately in a sense. What I mean by that is most people, even watching us on YouTube, or people who meet us, they judge us from face value and think that Corey is very chill, laid back, and I'm just this loud, big, aggressive personality always. And Corey and I connect and love each other because we technically are the same. You guys just don't get to see the livelier side of Corey on YouTube, or typically when people even meet us. I'm always the one that is being judged harshly. But to give you more insight on our relationship, as I've stated, we've been together for 10 years, married for 9. During that 9-year period, we have been separated twice at my request. We were separated in 2013 or 14, I believe, briefly for about 2 months. And then we were most recently separated in 2016, which was pretty much the entire summer. So it was July and August, or maybe June, July, and August. And that was also at my request. And I made those requests because I have been the one to carry the burden and the weight of our relationship. And that's in reference to mostly just communication, the compromise, the consistency. And this is not to say that my husband, Corey, is not a great guy, a sweet guy, a kind guy, because I love him 100%. But in the areas that we are opposites, it causes for conflict because I was raised to be a very goal-oriented and perfectionist, and things being done by the book, and it has to be this way, even to the point where I believe that I have some form of OCD that even shows up on camera with you guys. And so, as I've stated, the burden of the relationship has always fallen on me because the public judges me harshly and always feels like they have to defend Corey, so to speak, because they think that I'm disrespecting him, being mean to him, or mistreating him. But people never stop to consider what goes on behind closed doors and or things that you don't see. So one thing that I really wanted to happen with our union and being together was I envisioned us being a Black, married, successful power couple that happened to be gay. And Corey and I were pretty much at the forefront of gay marriage when we were married, because at that time, I believe there were only 3 states that same-sex marriage was illegal, and we were married in Connecticut. So I always have some type of plan and drive and zeal and goal for my life. I always have vision. That's just how I was raised. So I thought that with Corey being a singer, me being in the beauty industry, us being at the forefront of same-sex marriage, especially for a Black gay couple, that we would really make a mark in the world, break down some barriers, and just set an example for people who are coming behind us who are gay and striving for marriage, even with the family unit and wanting children, all of that. But we struggled with that because Corey is a very chilled, laid-back person, and he kind of goes with the flow, and I'm by the book and consistent and have things scheduled and planned out for my life. And as I've stated, that has caused a lot of issues for us. And this is not to say that Corey is to blame for anything or I'm to blame, because in a relationship, it's 100-100 and not 50-50. We both bring positives and negatives to the table. But the question is, where is Corey? And at this particular time, Corey and I are going through a rough patch, and it has a lot to do with personal things, but I feel like YouTube adds fuel to the fire for us, with us having to work together so much, because my work ethic is different than his. And it's not to say that mine is better or his is worse, but my work ethic is different. So what happens is we do our videos, and most of you guys may see how I respond to Corey, or how I may come across like I'm being mean or sarcastic, or that I want to be the know-it-all. But people never consider the fact that this YouTube channel is my baby. I created it. I came up with the idea. I asked Corey to be a part of it because I wanted that to be a part of our being the Black gay power couple, and just thinking about how YouTube could add to our income. It would help us pay for surrogacies because we want 6 children and all of that. But I feel like when you guys watch us and people judge me because I'm the more outspoken person, it affects our relationship. And it affects our relationship because nobody ever considers the fact that I put so much effort and work into this channel. And the only thing that I really ask Corey to bring to the channel is, when we do our recaps, his job is specifically to take notes on the TV shows, have the notes, and actually correct me when I'm wrong. And most of you think that it's a combative thing, like Corey has to check you or let him check you. You always have to be right. No, I want Corey to check me because his job in this project is to make sure that we're providing you guys with factual, real content. And I've seen comments in the past that affect our relationship because most people say that I'm a know-it-all or I want to be right when I question if Corey has it in his notes. And it's not that I need to be the know-it-all or always want to be right, because Corey and I are a team. So him being right is me being right, and me being right is him being right. But the reality of it is me making sure that things are correct or correcting him is to make sure that we give you guys accurate information. And I'm looked at as being the bitch or mean or rude because I end up having to sometimes correct Corey on camera because he may miss something that happened on the show, or forget to write something down, or forget to bring up something that's important for us to address. And as I was saying, Corey's only job with our recaps is to keep the notes, correct me, have the facts. And my portion of it is so huge. You guys never consider the fact when you judge me that the beautiful lighting that we have, I set up. The camera that we have, I figured out how to work that and so that we can have clear images and HD images for you guys. Our backdrops, well, it's not a backdrop, it's our home. Our home, I keep clean. The cleanliness of it, the sleekness of it, the crispness of it is me figuring out what needs to be done to have great footage for you guys. The topics and the shows, those are my ideas. Also, after we're done watching a show, getting ready for you guys, that's either getting dressed, giving ourselves shape-ups, make sure that our face is clean and, we're not looking raggedy like a lot of people do look on YouTube who do what we do. You guys never consider what I bring to the table for you guys. The editing of our videos, I do. When we watch TV shows to do recaps for you guys, let's say we have Love and Hip Hop at 8, then we had Basketball Wives at 9. We normally do those recaps right after the shows. And when those recaps are done, Corey is allowed to go to bed and go to sleep. I'm the one up until 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, editing videos, making sure that it's great for you guys, uploading the videos for YouTube for you guys. I'm doing all of that. And this video is not to have you guys look down upon Corey or to bash Corey, but it's more so to address the fact that you guys judge from face value and never consider things that are going on behind camera. Even there are times when I have done recaps with Corey, I've sat there, have been quiet. Many of our awesome subscribers have typed in, "What's wrong, Tai? Are you okay?" But there are negative people who think that I'm just being a bitch and or being mean, and many of those times things have gone on, whether it's been an argument behind camera, me battling my depression or having anxiety. All of that comes into play, and I try to put on a brave face for you guys to bring you our recaps consistently. And the proof of that is, originally when we started this channel, we were doing the recaps right after the shows. So whenever you guys see that it's taking us a day, 2 days, 3 days to provide the content or the recaps for you, it's normally because I'm battling my depression and anxiety and trying to get in a good space for you guys, especially for people who are quick to judge me and never think about what I could be going through or how I could be being treated behind camera. There are just so many different perspectives or things that you guys could look at and you don't consider before you try to bash me. And I'm saying all of this to make the point that it weighs heavy on my relationship with Corey. And Corey and I have trust issues as it pertains to my relationship and my marriage. So even when Corey may be right about something on camera, people bash me because I have to question if he's right. That's because there are trust issues. And as I've said, you guys don't consider my headspace, what could be going on behind camera, because Corey has the ability to be able to mask his emotions for you guys. So you always seeing him as being nice, pleasant, and calm. I don't have that ability. I am very transparent, I am very real, and when something is wrong with me, you guys will always know it, and many of you do catch it, whether it's people who support me and say something kind, or people who don't like me and say something negative. You can always see it, but you never really get to see when something is going on with Corey. So as I said, I'm just sharing this to be open and transparent. The question was, where is Corey? And I think that for the sake of my relationship and my marriage, that it's best for Corey and I to divorce. And I mean divorce in reference to social media or YouTube. We're not going to do many videos together. Corey actually has his own channel. This is literally my channel and my baby. He's a singer. You guys can go to Corey Kelly Sings on YouTube and see all of his amazing videos, his music. But I think it's best at this point for us to focus on our marriage, address the problems in our marriage, and not have YouTube and or YouTube comments just add fuel to the fire. And one thing I want to acknowledge is I'm not really hurt or upset by negative comments in general, because I knew that doing YouTube, you were gonna have people that love me and people who hate me, and then you're gonna have people who are just gonna be petty and be negative. But it's really hard to process negative comments in reference to how you may think I treat my husband because of what you think you saw on camera. And as I've stated, that adds to me carrying the weight and the burden of our relationship, because I'm always seen as the villain while my husband Corey is always seen as the nice guy. But I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to open up to you guys and be transparent. Corey and I are not officially getting a divorce as it pertains to real life at the moment. We're just going to work on it, work on us. And what I think we'll probably do is maybe Corey will pop in sometimes and be my guest co-host when we're doing recaps on shows, especially when I know that we're in a great space and we can handle the attacks from you guys, especially if they're inaccurate attacks. And the funny thing about me sharing all of this is that this is the reason why I have such an interesting perspective on life and on TV shows. I actually find that on YouTube, I always have the non-popular opinion, and people go in on me wondering, how could you think that? How could you approve that? How could you defend Jackie? How could you defend Phaedra? How could you defend Portia? But it's because I'm always the one in the hot seat and being judged inaccurately. And I think typically people judge and or make opinions from face value, but they never put themselves in that particular scenario. And before I provide my opinion or perspective to you guys, I always put myself in the scenario, because I'm always, or have always been, the one that has been looked upon as a villain or being negative or being wrong or being mean or being a bitch, when 9 times out of 10, that's usually an inaccurate judgment about me. So that's why I can connect with a Portia or a Phaedra or a Jackie, because I stop and say, you know what? Before I judge this situation on what the TV screen or what the editors or producers are providing for me to believe, I stop and say, okay, if I was Jackie, or if I was a parent and I did this or decided to parent this way, and my child decided to do a tell-all book, but I know that I was doing the best that I can, does that really make me a bad mom or a bad father? So I put myself in those shoes. When it comes to Portia's dumb comments or whatever she says on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I think about how me having been in that position, or if I was in that position, how people could misconstrue something. And that's where my perspective on certain things come from, because I always put myself in the position of that person, of what possibilities could be going on behind the scenes that the viewer has no clue about. And typically I think that most viewers think that they know everything based on the tidbit of video footage that you're getting from whether it's watching my YouTube video or watching TV shows. Corey and I do videos maybe 3 or 4 times a week. That means you're getting 30 minutes 4 times a week out of my life. That is 24 hours a day. And then you're judging me and not really knowing what's going on. So I think this video is longer than I intended to be. I think I may have shared too much, but I'm just a very transparent person, and I thank you guys so much for your support. I love all of my subscribers. I thank you guys for being concerned about Corey and asking where he is. But yeah, we're going to not do videos together for a little while, work on us, and he'll pop in and that'll be that. So anyway, I hope that my perspective or opinion or sharing did not get lost in translation. I hope you guys receive this well. I know that there are going to be negative comments regardless of me sharing with you guys, and I can handle them, but yeah. Just keep me in your prayers, especially as it pertains to my depression, anxiety, and even the suicidal thoughts. The thing that you guys don't even realize is you guys love our videos, but you don't even have a clue that for the past month, I have been severely depressed, have not been able to get out of my bed on occasions. I've had suicide on my mind this past month, but all you see are the great videos, and all you see is, yeah, Tai is looking like he's acting like a bitch towards Corey, or Tai is being mean to Corey, or Tai is cutting Corey off. And one thing you don't realize is, in reference to me cutting Corey off, I'm not cutting Corey off to be malicious. I know my husband. I know that this was not his real desire to be on YouTube and do recaps and talk and so on and so forth. So when I'm cutting him off, it's because I'm aware that one, he's either getting lost in the topic and really can't find his thoughts, or he is trying to throw me the ball so I can catch it and jump in there and give you guys the opinion or the content that you need. And in addition to me saying that the weight of all of this is on me, outside of me describing and explaining to you guys that I do the editing and the lighting, not only all of that, but I have to be entertaining for you guys. I have to make sure that things are funny. I have to be dramatic and extra. Even things where people judge me and think that I say, my God, all day long. I don't usually use that throughout the day. I use it on YouTube, but it's not even a part of my real everyday life. So it's just amazing how people think that you see a portion of me on YouTube and think that's how I operate through life every day, and it's not. But I'm rambling. I have been all over the place, but I wanted to do this video just to give my loyal subscribers and even the haters some insight on my life. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Thumbs up, comment down below in the comment section, follow me on all social media outlets, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.